What is soil erosion?
Removal of topsoil by the wind or water.
What is windbreak?
It is a row of trees planted to reduce the speed of wind.
Define afforestation.
Planting trees to create a forest.
Define deforestation.
Cutting down trees.
What is biotic components?
Biotic component. Living things or part of living things. Example, plants, leaf, etc.
What is abiotic components?
Abiotic component. Non-living things. Example, air, water, etc.
What do you mean by overgrazing?
It is when animals eat grass too much which harms the grassland.
What are the agents of soil erosion?
Agent of soil erosion by wind, water and human activities.
What is weathering? How does it help in soil formation?
You break down into smaller pieces, finally eat from soil.
What is soil conservation?
Soil conservation, protecting soil from soil erosion.
Name the ways by which the soil can be conserved.
The way of soil conservation, afforestation, terrace farming.
Define terrace farming.
Step on step is preventing the soil erosion and retaining water.
Define contour farming.
The flowing of long slope lines so water flow reduce erosion.
How does the building of embankments help preventing soil erosion?
It helps preventing soil erosion by stopping water from away from the soil.
What is soil erosion?
Removal of topsoil by wind or water.
What are the agents of soil erosion?
Agent soil erosion, soil ends, winds and rains and human activities.
Why cannot we hear sound on the moon?
Because it has no air.
How are hurricanes formed?
Hurricane from over one motion water with strong spray.
What are the other names for hurricanes?
Typhoon and cyclone are other name for hurricane.
What is a blizzard?
A blizzard is a severe snowstorm with strong wind.
Which was the first launched satellite?
Sputnik first was the first.
How can we see lunar eclipse more often than solar eclipse?
Because Earth's shadow is large.
What is soil erosion?
Removal soils of topsoil by wind or water.
What is afforestation?
Afforestation. Planting trees to create a forest.
What is deforestation?
Cutting down trees.
What is biotic components?
Biotic components. Biotic living things or part of living things. Example, plant, leaves.
What is abiotic components?
Abiotic components, non-living things. Example, air, water.
What is the resultant force of the two forces F1 and F2 acting on a body in the opposite direction?
F is equal to F1 minus F2.
Second question is define atmospheric pressure.
The pressure exerted by the air at any point on the earth is called atmospheric pressure at that point.
Define pressure.
Force per unit area is called pressure.
What is the SI unit of pressure?
The SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square or Pascal.
What are unbalanced force?
When the resultant of all the force acting on a body is not zero, the force is unbalanced force.
Why is a sharp knife more effective in cutting a fruit than a blunt knife?
It has a smaller area so the pressure is more and it cuts easily.
Sledges are not provided with wheels. Give reason.
Wheel would sink in snow sliding surface reduce friction.
Why is water tank built at a high height in our houses?
To get sufficient water pressure for water supply all part of houses.
Define force.
Force push and pull on an object.
Describe with suitable examples the contact and non-contact force.
Contact force muscular friction, non-contact force gravitational, magnetic, electrostatic force change motion and shapes and direction on an object.
Tractors have large tires, bulldozers have caterpillars tracks, and heavy buses trucks have 8 rear wheels. Give one reason common to all these.
All have large surface areas to reduce pressure on the ground. This prevents sinking and gives better grip and stability on soft or uneven surface.
How does pressure due to a liquid held in a container vary with depth?
The pressure due to liquid increases with the depth from the surface of a liquid.
How does pressure due to a liquid held in a container vary with amount?
Depends on density and height of liquid column.
How does pressure due to a liquid held in a container vary with shape and size of the container?
The pressure of a liquid depends only the depth and not on the shape or size of the container.
State Pascal's law.
Pressure applied to a liquid in a closed container is transferred equally in all directions.
Describe a simple barometer.
A simple barometer measures the atmospheric pressure. A glass tube filled with mercury is indicated through the column. The height of mercury column indicates atmospheric pressure.
Does friction always oppose the motion?
Yes, friction always opposes the motion.
Which offers more friction on a body, a glass surface or a wooden surface?
A wooden surface offer friction offer them glass and
List any 4 ways of reducing friction.
by polishing the surface, by using ball bearing and roll bearing, by using fine and slippery soft powder on the surface, by using roll bearing and ball.
When you apply the brakes, a bicycle stops and rims of its wheels become hot. Explain the reason.
When brakes are applied, traction add between brake, one wheel rim into head to the rim become hot.
Describe the factors on which the force of friction depends.
Factor on which the force of friction depends on a horizontal surface. The force of friction depends directly proportional to the weight of body which moves. The force of friction does not depend on the surface of nature in contact. The force of friction does not depend upon the area of surface in contact.
Why is friction considered a necessary evil?
Friction causes wear and energy loss, so it an evil, but it helps in writing, walking, driving and stop the things. So it's necessary. So friction is considered a necessary evil.
What is a rolling friction?
Rolling friction is the resistance when an object rolls over a surface.
Arrange the following in descending order of magnitude: static friction, sliding friction and rolling friction.
Order is the static, sliding and rolling.
What is meant by saying that the friction is a self-adjusting force?
Friction is called a self-adjusting force itself as you push an object until that object starts moving.
How can friction between two surfaces be reduced?
By polishing the surface, by using wheels, ball bearing or roller bearing, by streamlining the body of an object.
Why is friction considered a necessary evil?
Friction causes wear, tear and energy loss, so it's an evil but helping writing, driving and stop the thing, so it is necessary, so friction considered a necessary evil.
What is meant by saying that the friction is a self-adjusting force?
Friction is called a self-adjusting force because it increases and decreases as you push an object until that object starts moving.
What is a rolling friction?
Rolling friction is the resistance when an object rolls over a surface.
Arrange the following in descending order of magnitude: static friction, sliding friction and rolling friction.
The order is static friction, sliding friction, rolling friction.
How can friction between two surfaces be reduced?
By applying oil or grease on the surface, by using ball bearings, wheels or roller bearings, by streamlining body of an object, by applying oil or grease on the surface.
Name the characteristics of sound that is described in decibel unit.
The characteristic of sound that is described in decibel. Decibel unit is loudness or intensity.
State its unit.
Its unit is decibel dB.
What is an oscillation?
The movement of a body from one object position to the other and back is called oscillation.
What is the time taken by an oscillating body to complete one oscillation called?
The time taken by an oscillating complete one called.
State the factors on which the pitch of a sound depends.
The pitch of the sound depend on the depend higher frequency, high pitch, lower frequency, low pitch.
A sound produced vibrations that are irregular and non-periodic. What kind of sound is it?
Noise.
What kind be its effect?
Noise that
A sound produced vibrations that are irregular and non-periodic. What kind of sound is it?
Noise. Such a sound is called noise effect.
State the factors on which the pitch of a sound depends.
The pitch of sound depends on the frequency. High pitch, high frequency. The low pitch, the low frequency.
A sound produces vibrations that are irregular and non-periodic. What kind of sound is it? What can be its effect?
Such a sound is called noise effect.
Name the characteristics of sound that is described in decibel unit. State its unit.
The characteristic of sound it is unit described in decibel unit is loudness or intensity. It unit decibel dB.
Define amplitude.
Amplitude. The maximum displacement of a body from its mean position is called amplitude of oscillation.
Define time period.
Time period. The time taken by the bow of the pendulum to complete one oscillation is called time period.
Define frequency.
The number of oscillations made by an oscillation body in 1 second is called frequency of oscillation.
Name the characteristics of sound that is described in decibel unit. State its unit.
Characteristic of sound that is decibel unit.
Does friction always oppose the motion?
A wooden surface offer more friction than become wood is rougher.
What is afforestation?
Afforestation planting tree to create a forest.
What is deforestation?
A deforestation cutting down tree.
What is biotic components?
Biotic component, living things or part of living things. Example, plant leaf etc.
What is abiotic components?
Abiotic component, non-living things. Example, air, water etc.
What are tides? How do they occur?
Tides are the rising and fall to the sea, level caused by moon and sun gravity.
What is the name of the India's first solar observatory?
Aditya L1.
What is the major help that it is going to provide?
It helps us to learn more about the sun.
What is an artificial satellite?
An artificial satellite is a machine sent into space orbit of Earth.
Mention 3 uses.
Communication, weather forecasting, research.
How does solar eclipse occur?
It occurs when the earth comes between sun and moon. Moon blocks sun's light.
How does lunar eclipse occur?
It occurs when the earth comes between sun and moon. Earth's shadow falls on moon.
What is a galaxy?
That galaxy is a collection of stars and planets and the shape of galaxy.
What are the different shapes of galaxies?
Irregular, spiral, elliptical.
How can we see lunar eclipse more often than solar eclipse?
Because Earth's shadow is larger.
Which was the first launched satellite?
Sputnik first.
Why cannot we hear sound on the moon?
Because the air.
Even though there is a full moon each month, why doesn't a lunar eclipse happen every month?
Because the moon orbit is tilted.
Can drought affect the environment?
Drought caused water shortage, crop loss, and harm planet and animals.
How do earthquakes occur? Where are they measured?
Earthquakes occur when rocks suddenly move, and they are measured by seismograph.
What is a natural disaster? Name 3 natural disasters.
A natural disaster is a harmful event caused by nature, flood, earthquake.
How are hurricanes formed? What are the other names for hurricanes?
Hurricane from over warm ocean water with strong spring wind and rain. Typhoon and cyclones are other name of hurricane.
Why cannot we hear sound on the moon?
Because it has no air.
What are biotic components?
Biotic components, living things or part of living things. Example, leaf and plant etc.
What are abiotic components?
Biotic components, non-living things. Example, water and air etc.
What is a blizzard?
A blizzard is a several snowstorm with strong winds.
What is a whirlpool?
A whirlpool is a fast spinning water formed by opposite. A whirlpool is a fast spinning water formed by opposite water current.
What are the three types of volcanoes?
Three type of volcano. Active volcano. It can erupt anytime. Dormant volcano. It may never. There are three type of volcano. Active volcano. It can erupt again time. Dormant volcano. It may erupt after a long time. Extinct volcano. It will never erupt again.
What is a natural disaster?
A natural disaster is a harmful event caused by natural. Example, food, earthquake.
What is a whirlpool?
A whirlpool is water formed by water.
What is a natural disaster?
A natural disaster is a harmful event caused by nature. Example, flood, earthquake or disaster.
Why cannot we hear sound on the moon?
Because it has no air.
Which was the first launch satellite?
Sputnik first.
How is tsunami formed?
A tsunami is formed when an underwater earthquake and volcano move ocean water creating huge sea wave.